The Tomb Easter egg. From start to finish, these are the steps you need to complete it. Let's go. For step 1, you need the ice staff. I've made a video that shows you how to build and upgrade one, but if you already know how to get one and upgrade it, you can skip this step. Otherwise, you can try hitting the box to get one. Yes, you can do that in this map. The choice is up to you. Once you have the upgraded ice staff, you can move on with the Easter egg. In step 2, you need to use the alternate ice staff ammo on these statues in the Dark Ether. These are going to power up these rocks to activate the key to the final boss arena. There are 4 of them with their own set challenge, and you'll find an equivalent statue of each one in the real world. These are where you can find them. You can't choose which one you want to do first, unfortunately. You'll have to start with this one, with the vermin first, then the parasite second, the doppelgast third, and the amalgam fourth. You'll know which one you need to do next because the statue will spawn a crystal when it's ready. Firstly, it's the vermin challenge. Shoot the statue crystal with the alternate ammo and interact with it to take its energy over to the equivalent statue in the real world. When you reach this statue, interact with it to place the energy and start the challenge. For this challenge, you just need to kill a load of vermin until the challenge is happy, also within the time limit. You could do this using any weapon you want, but the upgraded ice staff makes it an absolute breeze. I think you're going to end up noticing a pattern here. Once the challenge is complete, come back to the statue and pick up the energy. You'll need to take the energy back to the Dark Ether and place it back in its original statue. But this time the energy has health. If you get hit too many times and it runs out of health, you'll have to go back and pick it up again. Once you reach the Dark Ether vermin statue, interact with it to place the energy. Secondly, it's the parasite challenge, so shoot the statue crystal with the alternate ammo and interact with it to take its energy over to the equivalent statue in the real world. Interact with the statue to start the challenge. This time it's a little more tricky. Parasites will spawn in and the statue is going to ignite them with Dark Ether energy. You need to kill them and pick up the orbs they drop. Then bring the orbs back to the statue. A little bit like the orb steps on Terminus, apart from this time you don't need to pick up the orbs, just walk over them to collect one at a time. You need to do this 10 times before the timer runs out, and you can use any weapon. The ice staff makes it pretty easy, just saying. Again, when the challenge is done, grab the energy from the statue and bring it to the original one in the Dark Ether. Just know each time you complete a challenge, the portal door nearest to the statue you used will close, so you'll need to use a different door. Thirdly, it's the doppelgast challenge. Again, shoot the statue crystal with the alternate ammo and interact with it to take its energy over to the equivalent statue in the real world. Interact with the statue to start the challenge. Similar to the vermin challenge, you have to kill a certain amount of doppelgasts within the time limit. Yet again, the ice staff makes this really simple. Be sure to pick up any score streaks that the doppelgasts drop to save you from crafting them later. You could even be lucky and get a mutant injection. Once again, when the challenge is done, come over to the statue and take the energy. Bring it back to the statue in the Dark Ether. Remember, when you have the energy, zombies will spawn rapidly and a lot of the time directly in front of you, so sprint through them as fast as you can. Fourthly, it's the amalgam challenge. Shoot the final statue crystal with the alternate ammo and interact with it to take its energy over to the equivalent statue in the real world. Interact with the statue to start the challenge. This time you fight an amalgam who is shielded by a zombie. It is pretty self-explanatory. Just kill the zombie that is the source of the shield. You can tell which one it is because they are connected. This amalgam is pretty tough, and when you kill the connected shield zombie, it will eventually find another one, but to make quick work out of it, you can use, who would have guessed, the ice staff. Yes, just a few well-placed hits from this will kill it in less than 30 seconds. I should also mention for all the challenges, if you leave the challenge area at any point, it will cause the challenge to instantly fail. But if you do fail any of the challenges anyway, you just need to interact with the statue to start it again in a new round. Finally, when the challenge is done, come over to the statue, take the energy and bring it back to the statue in the Dark Ether. Now that the 4 challenges are done, the huge Dark Ether crystal in the sky will be fully charged and will shoot a beam to allow access to the final boss arena. Step 3 is actually the final step, otherwise known as the final encounter. Be sure to get yourself equipped before you start this. This boss is the Sentinel artifact, and the past Black Ops 6 zombie maps have all been leading up to this fight. Interact with this pedestal to open the bridge, and then interact with the Sentinel artifact to begin the fight. To defeat it and then collect it, here's what you should do. For preparation, triple pack-a-punch any assault rifle or fast-firing bullet weapon you like. Some SMGs with low recoil can work quite well well too. Just so you have a recommended option, I would definitely recommend the GPMG7. It has a huge magazine, rapid fire, and good damage, making it perfect for this boss fight. As always, get your weapon to maximum rarity and get any ammo mod that you like. But ammo mods won't often be used on enemies in this fight, so it's your choice if you want one or not. Avoid any explosive weapons. These do next to no damage or even no damage at all on this boss. I found out the hard way. Your secondary weapon should always be the upgraded ice staff. It's very important you take this into the fight if you want to make many of the phases much easier. Make sure to grab your perks. You'll want to get Juggernog, Quick Revive, and I'd say PhD Flopper with the Tribologist Augment. This will help you slide out of danger quickly, which can be quite important during this. Obviously, grab other perks too to help yourself out. You'll need to get level 3 armor for the best protection. Hopefully this will be more of use against the zombies, because you must avoid the Sentinel artifact beams at all costs. Any touches will melt your health and shields. The Power Keg Gobblegum is useful in the fight if you have Aether Shroud. You can use this field upgrade to go invisible and target all of your fire on the boss, rather than trying to also evade the zombies. Power Keg gives you a free full power power-up. I'd also recommend the Arsenal Accelerator Gobblegum, as this will speed up your field upgrade charge, so you can use Aether Shroud more often. A score streak actually isn't necessary here. You can't use a chopper gunner because you're in the Dark Ether, but a mutant injection can help you out here against the elite zombies or if you are overwhelmed. What to expect? This boss is the Sentinel artifact, first seen all the way back in Black Ops 4. This time you're fighting it. The Sentinel artifact has 9 phases. Each phase is complete every time you destroy a Sentinel artifact. It will turn orange when it's in attack mode and purple when it's in vulnerable mode. The first phase has 1 artifact, the second phase has 2 artifacts, the third phase has 3 artifacts, and the fourth phase has 4 artifacts. The next 4 phases will be enemies that have a Sentinel artifact on them. You need to kill these enemies to damage and destroy the Sentinel artifact they hold. The 5th phase will be an armored zombie with an artifact, so kill it and then destroy the artifact. The 6th phase will be a Doppelgast. These are quick and powerful, so focus all your attention on them. The 7th phase is a Shock Mimic. These can grab you from afar, so make sure you keep moving. And the 8th phase is an Amalgam. These are actually less threatening, would you believe, because you can quite easily outrun them. After each Sentinel artifact enemy has been killed and destroyed, you're brought to the final phase, phase 9. In this phase, all the destroyed artifacts will come together and fire beams at the final Sentinel artifact. During this, you have 30 seconds to defeat the boss. If you don't defeat it in time, the Easter egg fails and the game ends. As you would probably expect, the waves get harder as you progress. In this boss fight, every phase you've beaten will return in the next. For example, in phase 8, there will be an artifact Doppelgast, artifact Shock Mimic, an artifact armored zombie, and many other zombies, as well as the main Amalgam you need to kill. The Sentinel artifact is reliant on DPS damage. Any explosive damage weapons are going to do next to no damage at all, so 100% use a fast firing bullet weapon. At the end of each phase, you'll get a max ammo, so your odds of running out of ammo are pretty much next to none. But if you do end up having some kind of problem, or if you miss the max ammos because whilst the beams are spinning sometimes you can buy ammo from this ammo box here. The zombies drop regular points in the arena, so there is no need to save beforehand, and as usual, zombies also drop armor plates for you to pick up. The plan. For the first 4 phases, you can relax. If you really want to, you can prone and just keep charging up and firing your ice staff until it's time to attack. When it gets to the 5th phase, you need to get moving because the artifact enemies will begin to spawn. If you move clockwise around the downstairs outer part of the arena, the beams from the Sentinel artifact have a very small chance of actually hitting you. The floor down there is just low enough for the beams to go directly over your head. Essentially, do this to help you avoid all contact with the beams. Using your bullet weapon should really be used only for the Sentinel artifacts. Whilst running around the arena, use your ice staff to kill everything. Make sure you have it charged up before you fire it. Only use the uncharged shots if you absolutely need to, just to get the best out of the weapon. When you kill an artifact enemy and there is little breathing room from other zombies, go straight into Aether Shroud and put all of your bullets into the artifact until it's destroyed. Now that you've used an Aether Shroud, I'd say use either your Power Keg Gobblegum or your Arsenal Accelerator Gobblegum, depending on which phase you're in. If you are in the later phases, use Power Keg to get another Aether Shroud instantly, but if you are in the earlier phases, you're more likely to have more time to charge up your Aether Shroud, so use Arsenal Accelerator. It's not necessary, but if you have one. Around phase 6, you should consider using your shields up Gobblegum to help protect you from the Doppelgast. Just 1 to 2 hits from this will down you, and it's very quick, so you'll want all the help you can get. When you make it to phase 8, if you have one, I would say use your Mutant Injection or other powerful score streak you have to really wipe out the Amalgam and the other artifact enemies. Finally, when you make it to the 9th phase, charge up and fire your Ice Staff, killing as many enemies as possible. Then try to ignore all other enemies and focus all your attention on the final Sentinel artifact on the wall. As soon as you drain that health bar to 0, you are done. Your screen will flash white and the artifact will float over to the center. Interact with the Sentinel artifact in the center to place the amulet. You'll get the ending cutscene and you have officially finished the Tomb Easter egg. Thanks a lot for watching. If you are confused on anything, ask me or anyone else in the comments, but I really hope this is all you need to complete the Easter egg, no problem. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed.